And I am live. My apologies. I hope you can see me now. That just happened. My name is Charles. That was what, a 5 minute lag. My screen was not displaying me, and without me, there's no live welcome. My name is Charles. Again, my apologies. Ah, that was a crisis averted. Welcome back. I saw some beautiful comments before I was trying to have this working. Our guest should be back soon, um, and we can get this started. As you join, let me know where you are. That was a technical glitch. I am glad it's fixed. Tell me know how is the sound, so we can get this going. Um, yes, StreamYard owes me, and it does owe me an explanation. Um, surprise when you're alive. It was this my what for May. I just received this um, this interesting. I'm trying to get my guest back because I've lost my guest. So how is everyone? Let me know where you are watching us from. I saw some people who were saying that finally they've caught me live. Yes, it's not always easy. I understand we have many things to do in our lives. And as you join, if you have any question, yeah, just get ready. Just bear me. I need to find my guest because I lost my guest. And yeah, so as you write, I don't know, how is the sound? How is everything? Yeah, just started with a glitch. I'm gonna say hello here in the comment. And hopefully this one works. So welcome everyone watching us on YouTube, watching us on Facebook. Sound is good. I have that. That's great. Hello again. Yes, bear with me. Bear with me here. Now, everyone is here. Oh, we have someone from Guyana. Yay! Welcome. Welcome. I much appreciated. Let me get our guest, because without our guest, wow, we are not complete. Let me see. So it's been an interesting week, I think, all over. We are watching what's happening around the world, making sure that we are getting ready to welcome you. I see someone from Guyana. I see. Hello, welcome. First time I see someone from Guyana. Wow, we are really around the world. Just bear with me. I'm trying to get our guest back. Hello there. Welcome. I see Joyce. Welcome. We are in the month of May. Happy May. Happy May. So time seems to fly. And you know what? Without further ado, let's welcome Jai Essence. She just moved to Rwanda. And as you know, at Zaniheza, we aim to show you Rwanda and Africa through our eyes, as we welcome many new travelers and those who have moved to Rwanda. We have to bring their news to you, so we can find out why did they move to Rwanda. It is relevant. We aim to change the negative narratives of Africa, and it starts now. So Jai just moved to Rwanda, and she was featured in Travel Noir. Yeah, she has some really interesting things to tell us. So without further ado, here she is. Hello there.
Hello, 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 hello.
Wow, thank you. Wow, we just had like a technical glitch there, but I'm glad we
Yeah,
made it work. Yes, I see most of our guests who are there. They are back, so welcome. Murakaza neza.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
how is Rwanda?
Beautiful, lovely, peaceful. Um,
It's,
what I need.
so as we get started, I have my own version of Ichivuguto. You know, the Rwandan. I am a very big fan of Ichivuguto. Have you
Mm.
had a taste of the Ichivuguto? You know what I'm talking about.
Do I though? But do I?
Yes, it's the milk. It's the con. Yeah, do you? Wait a second.
Do I?
Do
Do
you?
I? Is there more to learn? Is that what you're telling me? There's more for
Yeah,
me to learn?
yes. And we will fly into it. So I have my own version. So tell us who is, how do you pronounce it? Is it Jay? Is it Jai? Who
It's
is
J.
Jay?
J
Okay.
Essence. J Essence.
Well, now that you
So
are in Africa, I can just say Jai, you know, but yeah, no,
you
just
could,
joking.
hey,
Jay.
tomato, tomato, whatever it is. No, it's actually I use it as J Essence. Hmm.
Jay. So you have the
Hmm.
floor. Tell us who you are.
Hmm?
Go for it. Yeah.
I am. So I think I am many different things to many different people. I think that the key reason why I'm on the show and why Travel Nori looked is because I've had the beautiful opportunity to rediscover who I am. And so, I think in the past, I easily would have told you my accolades, my degree, where I went to school, what I do for people. But now, when you say, who am I am flying. I am a person who is just really ready to explore the world and see all that I can radiate within it. I am a person who is asking questions about dreams to make them a reality. I'm a person dedicated to making good memories, holding on to strong friendships and family, and just building and seeing what the world will unfold for her. So I will say that if you want to talk about my past, we can. We can talk about all the places I've come from. But I think the beautiful thing now is that when people ask me who I am, it's more so who I am becoming.
Yes, I do like that. Who you are becoming. Who are we becoming? What is the world becoming? Because definitely after, I mean, we are now in the pandemic, and I'm sure
Yeah.
most of us are not the same people we were because of this pandemic. So thank you for
Mhm.
that. I can't help but see a lot of candies over there in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things I do teach online part-time. And so you guys got the online teacher screen, right? And so I just didn't turn it around. I gave you guys a little bit of color, a little bit of personality, but that's that. Yes, and you always have to have something sweet in the jar for whenever you're ready for it.
Absolutely. So I read in Travel Noir
Yep.
a very
Hmm.
beautiful written
Hmm.
article that
She did a phenomenal job.
she did, and
Yep.
really thank you for being frank. Most people don't have that level to be frank, to
Hmm.
really to to say everything you said about yourself. That's why when I read it, I'm like, I need to find you. So thank you for being here today. And
Yeah, I was broken. Yes. Hmm.
yes, and the viewers don't know you also visited our headquarters in
Yep.
Gikondo.
Hmm.
So we have so much to talk about. So in a building that, so
Hmm.
from USA to Dubai and Dubai to Rwanda.
Hmm.
Now you have a YouTube channel, JSN's
Yes.
Journey. Um,
Hmm.
so anyone, if you haven't, go and subscribe. We support each other. Um,
Yep.
so what I would like to know is if I'm not being so much invasive. Tell us about being broken in the United States. Walk us through
Okay.
that.
I'll walk you. I wanted to kind of make sure, so I appreciate your platform to be clear. I was it's not that I had a bad life in the
Mhm.
United States. So I don't want to get that done. I don't want to make it seem like I was running or it was just whatever. I want to let the people know in the States, especially those who fed me and loved me, that I still love you. I'm still all of those things. But it was a situation of being a college graduate, doing everything right, doing everything that they tell you you're supposed to do, and you still get doors slammed in your face, you still get denied. And I think one of the things that we fail to recognize is that that becomes part of your psyche. That becomes part of who you are. And I don't think I realized at the time. I felt like I always had to ask for permission to be in places, and you being denied makes you feel like you're not worthy, or you're not enough, or you're not good enough. And there's so many little things that define you. You're defined by your credit score. You're defined by your job. You're defined by your car. You're defined by where you're supposed to be. And so it was a situation of um couldn't I just couldn't I couldn't make it work. I couldn't figure it out. And even though I was looking happy on the outside, and of course I'm partying, I'm smiling, I'm attending events, and people are like, oh my God, she's so awesome. And you never put your head down and you're holding on to your mantras. What started to happen is that I was living in Houston, and I would go home to this big, beautiful house that I loved. And I didn't realize it was a problem until I was walking upstairs, and I would find the deepest corner, and I would just sit in that corner, and I would have the lights all the way out. And that was the only place I felt um, safe from the world. I started to just feel small. Started to feel like that's what I was supposed to be. I don't almost, I felt like I didn't want to be here. I didn't understand. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I couldn't make it work. Um, there was always something tugging and that. And so when I say I was broke and broken, yes, I was financially broke because of the living from paycheck to check, just living check to check. I can never get that extra 200. Like you're always a car, like a car. What is it when the engine blows out? Like I can't do the transmission. Like don't let the transmission get messed up until Tuesday. Um, and then there were some things that was happening emotionally, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. And I think I went through like half a year where people don't know that I was just hiding in that corner. And that's the place where I was trying to feel complete, but it was just getting darker and darker. And that's when I started to play with the idea of leaving,
Of living. Okay.
and just leaving. Didn't have an answer. Just just knew something wasn't right. That why is it that I think that's the thing. Why is it that we have to have 7 hustles to make it happen? Like why is it that I'm making this much? Like so I was it's just something wasn't right. And then you can't afford, like a sabbatical. You can't afford a year just to figure it out. And so I was kind of like, what's my plan? How do I get to a space? That's really what I was looking for. When I left America, I was just first trying to get to a space where I could
Absolutely.
figure out enough for me, who's me. And so I figured that teaching internationally was my gateway because I didn't have anything saved up. I couldn't just go. So I was like, okay, I'll just get a teaching gig outside the US. And I did. I didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't tell anybody about the searching. You go to that, you don't want to fail. And just in that process, I learned a lot, and that put me into Dubai. And once
So
I
before
got
we
to
get to
Dubai,
Dubai, hold on.
hmm
Before we get to
hmm
Dubai,
yeah,
we're just gonna transit there because
hmm
it's key because we have viewers from all over the world, and some of our sisters and brothers
hmm
they're still in Africa, and most of them they want to go to America.
mm.
Is that America is the place to go, and then now.
Yeah,
Myself, I came to Canada when I was 16 years old. It wasn't by choice. It's because we had that unfortunate genocide against the Tutsi, and
yes,
I found myself just you know
hmm
going. Now I'm just gonna take a few. I'm just gonna take a few comments because I like to really
Oh, no
acknowledge
problem.
those who took time to
Mm,
be here. If we can do that. So we
yeah.
say hi to Angel. You met her. She's one of the Zanhesian. I think you know her maybe because she did say hello to you, Marlene.
Hello,
She's
hello.
yeah. Joyce, one of our frequent, also
Hey,
in
Joyce.
the United States. She may be following you soon. We have Mireille, you know her. Um, hey, hi. We have some really amazing, support. Don't forget to smash that like button, as Lady Visionary said. Um, Hello, Dan. How are you watching us from the UK? It's funny now.
Yes.
I sort of know most of them. Someone says that your hair looks amazing.
I just got it done. The fresh braids. Look at that. Crisp, crisp, fresh braids.
And we have Eric. You also met him. He's an Hessian.
Yes. Hey,
Um,
baby.
all right, America, United States. Before we move on to
Yes.
Dubai, because I
Okay.
think I was not born in North America. I moved here when I was 19 years old, and I can
Yes.
say it's been over
Wow.
10 years. Yeah, so I do understand what you
Hmm.
say, how it is.
Hmm.
United States, it's one place that it's not my favorite place to go for. I don't know. I mean, I've gone as far. I mean, I only like two places in Hawaii and in Los Angeles. Um,
You like Los Angeles? Okay.
because of Disney.
Ah, okay. See, I was Florida. I was supposed to be Florida, so I'm partial to Southern stuff. Yeah.
um,
Mhm.
so, um, what makes um, or what made for you? Because we don't want to sort of generalize. So, what makes
Yeah.
the life we live in America make us feel that way, empty, not that
Okay.
make us
So I think
picture
that there's
somewhere else.
I
Yeah.
think there's a beautiful opportunity for true dialogue.
Mhm.
The moment that um, we experience and respect each other for our stories.
Mm.
And I say that because once you know better, you're supposed to do better. And what's happened is, especially when we're going our lives, we don't know better. So we don't know how to do better. And so I'll answer this in two parts. Well, I'll answer it because thanks to the team, they kind of asked me the question about and I get that, like, so what do you tell people who are trying to go to America, who believes America has their dreams? And what I'll turn around and say is that they honestly have probably the best leveling board to be able to take from America what's supposed to be, if they don't believe it's the answer, if they know that it's a solution to what they're trying to get, and don't lose the love for their culture and where they're from. Being here, being in African soil is absolutely beautiful and absolutely amazing. However, we're constantly being sold there's something better. And so the marketing to me of America is phenomenal. And it sells you that this place is supposed to be here. So to me, if you are an African on soil and you're saying, I want to go to America, if you're listening to African Americans, if you're listening and you're paying attention, but you also know that there's chance, because yes, if you go to college out there, it puts you into a different economic pool if you're able to do certain things. So if you can turn around and keep the love of your land, but say, I'm going to go here, I'll go to college, I'm going to get this money. I've heard that they said there's this cycle. So let me not pull any credit cards. Let me not get, into these loans. Let me not get into debt. Let me make money and build it for myself. Let me go ahead and work these jobs. Let me send money back, not just to send money back home to help people, but send money. Y'all buy land, putting land in my name. Let me do this with these businesses. Then all of a sudden you're now playing the game. And so what I had kind of used with them is like, it's like, look at America as a snake. And what happens is you can turn around and get bitten by the snake, or you can tame the snake. So the situation that happened for me is that I'm growing up in the midst of this. So I don't know really the truth. I don't know there's anything else. So I'm just in there. And so what's happened is all the knowledge that I have, I'm older now. I didn't have time to save up. I didn't have time to build that plan. And literally it took me being broken that I just turned around. I ran from the snake. And once I run, I realized I don't have to play with snakes. So let me get over here and do this, So I'm in a different mindset, but I'll tell people now, if you want to go, you have the right to try. However, don't look at us saying it's racist, it's corrupt, it's these things, and think that we don't know. We lived it. There's a reason why. Well, a lot of people who are coming out here who are African American are detoxing their brains because we are so used to having to behave a certain way. Like I told people, I know how to code switch, and they're like, "What's code switch?" I know how to change my accent immediately so people of different colors feel comfortable. I know how to live my life so you can be comfortable, but it puts me in an oppressive manner. I know how to be denied. I know how to play the game. I know how to, and my sisters who are in the States know I know how to straighten my hair and go to a job interview and not wear bright colors or whatever. I know all of those things. And you don't realize how much it becomes part of you. So when I turn around and talk about being broken, it's not just the financial thing, but just like I had to sit here and tell you of all the things I had to change. If I'm constantly having to change to make somebody else feel better, then who am I? And that was part of the broken piece of I just want to go someplace and be Jay Essence. I just want to go someplace and not have to apologize because I scowled my face in a meeting and you cried. Those things. So the first piece I would tell people is if you want to go, you have the right to try, but do not sit there and believe that it's the miracle has been sold to you. Go with open
Yes.
eyes. Go and be smart. Do not doubt for a second who you are and what you've been built to become, because they will tell you you're not good enough. You don't know anything. What's wrong with an African education? It's just not up to par.
Yes, I
You
mean,
speak 4 languages. You speak four
yes,
languages, but
yes.
they tell you
Sometimes,
you're ignorant and you don't know anything.
yes.
I'm sorry, let me go ahead. You walk these hills of Kigali, but you're lazy, you know? So you have the right to put things in perspective, because then it's who is telling me these things? Somebody who didn't even go to a highly school. Like you think law, you don't have no numbers or letters behind your name, but you're going to tell me what I am, but your daddy gave you your job. So you got to start putting things in perspective and
Absolutely.
question who's telling you what. And so I don't know, I kind of went on a tangent, but that's part of the conversation. I would honestly say you have to learn how to use things for what they give you, but not believe everything they give you.
And yeah, I mean, everything you said, it is true, and it is only and then only when, if we can be ourselves in all the ways, then I believe it is only when we will have a beautiful world.
Mm-hmm.
And when we speak out, sometimes it is kind of misconstrued as if
Oh, kind of.
because I'm Charles or you, I cannot be proud to be black or to be an African. And
Mm-hmm.
everything you say, like me now, of course I can speak like very good. It's very, 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 very nice. Everything is good today. I mean, that will be the accent I use. And but I have learned how to control how I sound and so
Yep.
on. And going back, the marketing you talk about, because I was born in Kinshasa. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I can tell you, by the time I was 4, I knew about Texas. Okay, because
Not gonna lie, you go Texas. Okay. H-Town in the house. Yeah. But the
I
marketing is
knew
strong.
about
The
United States.
marketing
I
is strong.
knew the
Mm-hmm.
geography. I knew about Dallas. I
Mm-hmm.
knew all that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
Some comments, some questions. Really good
Oh,
discussion going on. Um, so let's see. I have to pick. Eric says hello. Someone says she's telling the real American story of men here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, greetings. Another one. Sheena says that she agrees. Um, I'm just gonna pick one because we can.
It's
Uh,
okay.
Question from you. There you go. Question for you.
Ah. Whew. I think I'm gonna hit this one today. What's the biggest lesson I've learned in my relocation journey? I think I am truly honoring my right to listen to my intuition. Um, I think that even when I started the relocation journey, um, I still think I doubted myself. I just kind of stumbled into things. And then what I've recognized now, especially in this last month and everything, is that no, there is you let me get this right. You gotta clear yourself. You gotta clear yourself. You gotta kind of know who you are. You have to understand what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, and then listen to your intuition. And I say that because if you have questions, if you're interested, even if you want to move, there's something inside of you tugging that. So you honor that with research and finding information and questions and all that other stuff. Even me looking at Rwanda, Rwanda was not first on the board. And I'll be authentic with you. It was Ghana. And then I had actually, got a bank account in Ghana. I had met people in Ghana, and Rwanda started whispering to me like, "Psst, hey girl, look, come over here. Hey, hey." But I felt bad because I felt like I was loyal, or I'm supposed to be loyal to Ghana because I had friends there. I had different things there. So what happened is I didn't realize that intuition was like, Rwanda is really better for you. But I really did spend a good 4 months, 5 months elongating my journey because I was trying to do the right thing versus let me follow my intuition. Let me honor that. And what I've learned now is that when I now listen, and sometimes it's not nice. Sometimes it means I don't go into a deal with you. Sometimes it means like I might have to just hurt your feelings because you want this from me and I'm not going to provide that for you. But those things have actually built me in so many ways. Even when we get here to the how I got to the land, it was just following a question, and then all of a sudden the opportunity presented itself, and it was jump or don't. And
Yes.
the intuition was like, jump, go. You'll figure everything else out, but you jump. And so I would say that. I would say that part will get you through everything else.
All right. I will now say better myself. So we kind of skipped on a question that I had here because from
Okay.
Dubai, where we were. So now you went to
Yep.
Dubai. You
Hmm.
saw an opportunity. Even then, I'm like, she
Yep.
chose Dubai out of all the
I
places.
had to, well, the funny story is I actually chose Kuwait. Because my biggest move with me leaving America, I was like, I'm clearing out debt. And so I knew that the lifestyle in Kuwait would allow me. It'd be like the difference. I don't know if you know, like it'd be the difference between me moving to Rhode Island versus Atlanta. Like I know it ain't nothing to do in Rhode Island. So I'm gonna go, I won't spend any money. I'm gonna get out of debt. I'm not gonna be my own, enemy. But my parents were just like Kuwait. Because all they remember was like, the stuff that happened in the past.
Mhm.
So because my parents was having the heart attack and I really needed them kind of on board with what I was trying to do, I got an offer for Dubai. And as soon as my mom heard Dubai, I mean, she started shopping and packing her bags. So I was like, okay, I can move to Dubai. The family's fine. And that's what took me to Dubai.
All right. We love Dubai. So happens that in Rwanda, somehow, they are always going to Dubai. So now,
Hmm.
from Dubai, because you said you had the consideration of Ghana, because each time,
Always. Yep.
because I'm not sure what is the attraction point in Rwanda
I
for
can
the
tell you.
African Americans, not Ghana,
You
because
oh,
usually Ghana, West Africa, but now Rwanda is like, yeah.
so the thing is that you kind of hit the nail on the head.
Mhm.
In America, we hear about West Africa. We hear about Nigeria and we hear about Ghana. We don't hear too much of anything happening anyplace else. When I moved to Dubai, I changed trajectories. And because of where Dubai is located, I'm now hearing about more African countries in a traveling aspect and a people moving aspect. So it was just like never considered Rwanda. Like if I'm sorry, we only know about Rwanda through Hotel Rwanda. And so it wasn't until I'm talking to my friends in Dubai who've traveled and they're like, girl, Rwanda is beautiful. Rwanda, what are you talking about? And then I would say there's this bad story. The bad story is I don't know how I stumbled onto a documentary or like something, but it was talking about how Rwanda was making a strategic plan for tourism.
Right.
And they had this commercial called Visit Rwanda. And like they had like I guess Rwandan famous people. And I tell you, the soccer team looked good. So I was like, well, the third brother who said visit Rwanda, and then they hit you with that little accent. I was like, well, okay. Okay, Rwanda. All right.
We didn't tell Rwanda what?
Yes, it was a commercial, I promise you. And it was gorgeous. And I was like, is this Rwanda? It was a beautiful and the sad thing is I should have been looking at the volcanoes like, ooh, go ahead. I was looking at that brother like, okay. But
hey,
that's when
I once said that the Rwandan man charms is deadly. So
oh yeah, that's a different. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can look. But that's what started the conversation. So then like I said, intuition, I researched. And when I started researching, and especially here you go, coming from Dubai is like the third safest country in the world, or like fifth, like one of those. It's actually UAE. Rwanda's number 9. Didn't know that. And then I spent a little time living in Liberia, so I was like, Africa made the list. So it was just like more things to discover. And then, really how they're about building business and just buying land, buying property was really a straightforward process. And you're not going to all these different things. So every time I did research, I can say I respected the findings. And I respected the fact that I could find things. And it was more so about knowing the right people to talk to, because that was the thing. Rwanda, the conversation wasn't big. So you just didn't know who to discuss what with. But by that point, that's when I knew my long-term plan was Rwanda. Like I would retire in Rwanda. That's what I knew. I was going to start taking the money that I was making and I was going to come visit. I was going to look for some type of housing, see if I could find property managers. I knew that I was going to make a plant to where my name was in Rwanda. That was the goal. And then a job opening happened. And so I applied and I got it. So I moved. And that's how that happened.
Now, yeah, I mean, what you said there is key. So just to set the record straight, the government of Rwanda did not pay you to say all of this.
Rwanda hasn't paid me to do anything. I don't know if they know I exist. I do not know if they know I exist.
And I say that because even I, who is of Rwandan descent, and my passion for my country seems rather as if there's someone in the government who is paying me to say all of this. But
no,
for me, it's my country, even though I have now lived there for over 24 years. And for you to be in Dubai and to learn about Rwanda, we need to give credit to the government. It means they are doing something right. With the visit of Rwanda, they are doing something.
They're fighting that narrative. Yeah, they're getting their name out, and I really feel like COVID paused them seriously, because literally, like I said, I caught the very first of it. But I do, like, whenever I do get the chance to reach out or meet like those people over it, I want to be like, no, your efforts really did work, because you took somebody I didn't know anything, and you kept pushing it out there, and it worked. It worked. Please keep doing it.
Absolutely, because Rwanda, if you look on the map, we're like a tiny. It's like you have to like look tiny country, Yet I must say that we are really making good vibe out there. So
Hmm.
so now that you are in Rwanda, I think I'm just gonna take a question
Go
here,
for it. Hmm.
and here we go. This is our good friend Dan. Should I read it, or you can say?
Oh, I can read. Yes, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll read. I like to say I'm glad you've been able to discover yourself and understanding who you are. I love the fact that you capitalize you as well. I don't know if you caught that, but that means a big deal to me. I love how you eloquently relayed your new outlook on life and things. Thank you. And I will just say, like, maybe it's a radiated, like I said, because of that intuition, like it's just radiated, and I get to live it here, and that's what I really appreciate. And I will sit here and say that part, it's because of my journey too, that I'm fighting for the right to be able to just be all that I am. I don't think that somebody could come in and maybe be 20 years old and come out with the same journey I did. I earned this. And I tell people, I earned this. I've done enough work on the other ends doing other things that this is my paradise. This is my answer. This is my place. Doesn't mean it's going to be yours. So don't look at me to be I guess, the emulation of your dream. You need to find your dream. This is mine, and I'm good. I'm happy. This is I'm here.
Yes, absolutely. What you
As soon
said
as I
is
learn some Kiran, that's
Kinyarwanda.
the new. Yes, got to get that one down. Kiran.
Yes, I have classes. My student group from 2 to 3.
I
Yes.
am getting close there. I'm getting close. I got to get some timing stuff done, but I'll be right there working on it.
Now, so we are in Rwanda, and before we jump into your land that is so
I
proud
know.
of, so you landed in Rwanda in November,
Yes.
and that was the first time you landed in Rwanda. Like, not
Yes.
you just like
Yes.
visited.
Just did not get a chance to visit. Did not get to do all those other things people did. Landed. Bam. Welcome. This is it.
Okay, so how was your first impression? Just bam.
I
How was that?
cried. I cried. And the reason why is more okay, so here's the funny. I had never in my life seen runways so clean. I was perplexed. I would say the first one was like, do people sweep the streets out here? Is there somebody whose full-time job is just sweeping the runways? I was perplexed. Like I have never in my life seen a clean, like I didn't see no skid marks.
Mm.
I didn't see like the planes come in. But the reason why I cried, and it's actually a personal reason, is that I grew up in Oklahoma. And there's a little bitty town, just like Rwanda, this big, little bitty town that I'm from. Um, and so one of the trademarks of the town is red dirt. Like it's just really weird. We just have red dirt. So as a kid, my mother would be so distraught because me and my brother would go outside and play and come back and would be scuffed up in this red dirt on our clothes and everything else like that. And when we landed, when I was flying in, I looked out and that red dirt is here in Rwanda. And that for me was just like a sign for me, like, you're home. And I was emotional. I felt it when I walked in. I felt peace. Like, I don't know if this is real. Like, I was ready for somebody to take it away. Like, it's chill. And I was like,
And
is it really this calm? Like,
yes,
nah.
and you are
But
home.
it was. So
Wow.
yeah, so that the first impression was major. Like I did a video of my first impression because I was blown and I didn't want to fall into that narrative. You know, when people say, I stepped down and I felt at home and I knew everything. I was like, no, that's whack. You guys are too dramatic. You know, hey, come off of that little drink a little bit. And I was sitting there like, no, oh my God, I'm one of them people now. Like, it just came over me. The ancestors is whispering. So, but that was me. And that was, like I said, my experience. It was enough for me to see um, things that reminded me of good times in my life. So I'm good.
and you were home. I am really enjoying this conversation. So what we are going to do is we are going to have a part two. So we're going to call this part one. So let's have part two next week. When are you fine? So we can now talk about
Yes.
we can talk about now what happened.
Let me say,
Hopefully,
anytime a brother says, "Let me see you again," I gotta celebrate.
absolutely. And then that's going to be right after our hike, which we're hoping to see you on Saturday. So after that, on May 9th. So everyone, we're going to have part two. So I am listening to the viewers who say, "Oh, Charles, it's always long. Try to make it short." All right, we're gonna
Okay, we'll keep it short.
are going to make it, about 40 minutes. I'm gonna have part two. Then you can come back again. So I see
I'll
a
come
question
back.
about a land. So Sandra, can you keep that question? There's a land about
Yes,
if you have 5K. So please keep that question for next. Shall we say Sunday?
yeah, we'll break down the land. I think that's fair. We can just really go detail about the land piece. This is just the journey over.
Now, so we will do that. We will talk again. Hopefully next Sunday we will talk. We will definitely do
Next
that.
Sunday we'll make it happen. I'm
Next
putting
Sunday
down
we'll
on my.
make
I'm
it
putting it
happen.
down.
Now, yeah. So as we look to next Sunday, I really would like to say, thank you. This has been an amazing chat. I do understand, although I think people in Rwanda, they must be going that guy from the diaspora and that lady from the US, they've lost their mind. They're coming here. We want
Yeah,
to
they
go
don't
to
understand. They don't understand because they live it, and we're coming in like, oh my God, they like this old thing, this volcano over here. This got you, man.
Now, as we conclude, I guess if anyone has not subscribed to your channel, I did put it in there, JSN Journey. They can go and so please go hit that subscribe button now. Jay, thank you. It's been a pleasure. We will. Do you want to say something before we wrap it up? Say goodbye,
I was
perhaps.
just like, if anybody had any major questions, because but I just appreciate the opportunity to speak. I mean, anytime I get to talk, you see I'm a talker. But I do appreciate the platform that you're allowing me to be on. So thank you for that. Sincerely.
No, thank you as well. So everyone, bye bye, Murakoze. We will see you Sunday.
Marcose, I got that one down. Marcose.
Murakoze.
Thank you very much for watching us today. If you have not subscribed, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to stay updated about our upcoming videos. Don't forget to comment and like our videos and tell us what you think we should do more. Bye.